In the endless void of space, where the stars whispered secrets of ancient civilizations, my species, the Quorians, prided ourselves on our intellect and diplomacy. We were known as the weavers of alliances, the peacekeepers of the galaxy. Our world, Althea Prime, was a sanctuary of knowledge and tranquility, a beacon of civilization. But with this peace came a deeply rooted fear, the fear of Deathworlders. Deathworlders were a class of species born on planets deemed uninhabitable by galactic standards. Their worlds were harsh, teeming with predators, volatile climates, and relentless natural disasters. In galactic circles, they were whispered about as barbarians, too dangerous and unpredictable to integrate into civilized society. Among these feared species, the most infamous were the humans of Earth. When humanity first emerged on the galactic stage, their reputation preceded them. They were strong, resourceful, and impossibly stubborn, a species that thrived where others would perish. To the Quorians, they were the stuff of nightmares, a living embodiment of chaos. Our leaders decreed that humans were to be avoided at all costs. And for a time, we succeeded. That is, until the invasion. The Tvask, a warlike and expansionist race, descended upon our star system without warning. Their armadas blackened the skies, their ground forces swept through our cities like a plague, and our vaunted diplomacy crumbled before their greed. The Quorians were a people of scholars, not warriors. We fought back as best we could, but it was clear we were no match for the Tvask. Desperation drove us to consider the unthinkable. The Galactic Accord prohibited contact with Deathworlders for fear of destabilizing the fragile balance of power. But with our civilization teetering on the edge of annihilation, we had no choice. A secret delegation was dispatched to Earth, bearing a simple plea: help us. The humans were unlike anything we expected. They were vibrant, dynamic, and full of life. Their world was indeed a death world. Storms roared across continents, oceans churned with primal fury, and apex predators prowled its wilderness, but the humans themselves were paradoxically warm and curious. They listened to our plight with an intensity that was almost unnerving. Their leader, a broad-shouldered man named General Marcus Kane, spoke a single phrase that still echoes in my mind: no one conquers our friends while we stand. Within days, Earth's war machine roared to life. Their ships, though smaller and less elegant than ours, were robust and armed to the teeth. Their soldiers, clad in armor that seemed more fitting for gladiators than peacekeepers, were a terrifying sight. But their most formidable weapon was their ingenuity. Humans thought in ways that defied logic, turning disadvantages into strengths and chaos into opportunity. When the human fleet arrived in our system, the Tvask scoffed. To them, Earth was an irrelevant backwater, and its people were upstart primitives. That perception lasted exactly 2 hours, the time it took for the humans to launch their first coordinated strike. Human tactics were unpredictable. Their ships danced through the void with a feral grace, outmaneuvering the Tvask at every turn. They deployed weapons we couldn't have imagined: kinetic bombardments that cracked enemy hulls, electronic warfare that turned entire fleets into drifting wreckage, and soldiers who could endure conditions that would kill a Quorian outright. But it wasn't just their strength that stunned us. It was their resolve. Human soldiers fought as if the outcome was preordained, as if retreat was an alien concept. When the Tvask attempted to take hostages, they learned a brutal lesson: humans didn't abandon their own. They launched daring rescue operations that bordered on suicidal, always emerging victorious. The message was clear: humanity valued their allies as fiercely as they valued their freedom. The turning point came during the siege of Althea Prime. The Tvask deployed their largest dreadnought, Vorok's Wrath, a ship so massive it eclipsed the sun when it entered orbit. Our defenses crumbled, and panic swept through our people. But the humans remained steadfast. General Kane himself led the counteroffensive, piloting a dropship into the heart of the enemy formation. It was an act of audacious bravery or sheer madness. Kane's strike team infiltrated the dreadnought, sabotaging its core systems and triggering a catastrophic chain reaction. As the Vorax wrath exploded, the Tfask fleet began to retreat. The humans pursued them relentlessly, ensuring they would never return. When the smoke cleared, the Quorians emerged from our shelters to find our world forever changed. The humans, these so-called barbarians, had saved us. They asked for no tribute, no subjugation, only friendship. General Kane's parting words were simple: if you ever need us again, just call. That's what friends are for. The alliance forged that day reshaped the galaxy. The Quorians and humans became partners, blending our intellect with their ingenuity. Together, we rebuilt what was lost, creating a bond stronger than fear, stronger even than the stars. Now, when the galaxy speaks of humans, they do so with reverence. Not because of their strength, but because of their loyalty. They taught us that even the fiercest Deathworlders could be allies, and that sometimes, the most dangerous species are the ones you want by your side. As I sit here, recounting this tale, I no longer fear the Deathworlders. I am proud to call them my friends.